Hey, welcome back. So, Hunter's on our way in because we're still doing this, but, let me show you what we're still doing. Village is done, which I didn't bother recording doing the village because we've done that, but I can actually probably just point out how it works real quick, at least the highlights of it. Ladders go up because we used to do this to get back and forth while sanding and sponging this mess. These are neat because you can climb these now with nothing behind them, so they just grow down and become ladders. As we get that leveled, it'll keep climbing down, although it might hit water occasionally and fight that a bit. There, it just happened, I guess, is a golem. So, basically the village works like this, for better or worse. I like the design. It actually dates back to before villages worked the way they do now with beds. When it was just doors that made a village, I would have a couple rows of doors out here, because 3 doors equated to a villager, and that's how many you get. Which meaning it's about 40 by 40, which means 80, 160, 320 divided by 3 is 106, 107 villagers, somewhere around that. Anyway, new design uses beds, so it's like 208, I think, given the number of beds we have. So it starts here. This is the 0 point, which in this case is 1355 by 1880, well, negative, it doesn't really matter. That and the 8 blocks around it are filler blocks. I can kill them anytime. This is a spawning surface, which the glass isn't, so keep that in mind. From the edge, this will be a hole in the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 source. If I put water here, it'll get to the edge of this. If this is here, it'll push golems to it. If it's not here, they'll fall down and ultimately fight fish. This is here because if I put water here, but then take these out, it'll be elevated, but it won't make a big pool. It'll still be kind of a waterfall deal. Yeah, I can just do that right now.
What are you going to do if they ever change the glass to be a spawnable surface?
Same thing I've done in the past, just change what I rely on. Oh, this is going to suck, I just realized that. Okay, moved, good. Actually done with that now, probably. Let's do this there, and these are infinite sources. But only on the edges so they don't, if I fill this in entirely, it'll just be a big bunch of water, and we really don't want that. It should be high up enough, it probably doesn't really matter, that we won't have the guardians spawning in this water. If they do, they'll just ultimately get pushed out the hole anyway, so whatever. Finish filling this in real quick. Like, that's about half of it. Technically, that's half of it. Yeah, this is going to create a kind of a cascade thing where it just pushes him into that zone, which probably was stupid. I probably should have taken that out first, because now I've got to take it out with... Well, I can do it from underneath. Either way, whatever. I don't think this village is centered precisely on the center of the monument. Here's where the last 4 come in. And that'll create a voidless kind of waterfall deal that still doesn't fill up as such. Take these out because I don't want them. The cobblestone lines, I guess, are where we're going to have workstations. There's actually 1 in the corner there and like 7 toolsmith ones because we had enough iron. I made a farmer so that I could buy some bread to start the breeding. Yeah, I can probably just get rid of this guy. Not pick up whatever I want to keep, which isn't much. Maybe the torch. If I stand back and just smack this stuff, I think as long as I keep the... Yeah, he's down. So now he lives there. Good for him. Which, well, I got stuff to talk about, or I could just drop down. Hi. So, yeah, now they're going to produce... what are there, like 7 or 8 of them now? There's you, so, and more on the way. 2, 4, 6. I know there are at least 6. I don't know if there's any more hiding somewhere.
I didn't see any on my trip around, but they could have been behind me.
Right. So it's 6 out of 208, probably. I gave him like a stack and a half of bread, because my one farmer has bread. I made sure that he had that before I got involved with him. Otherwise, he wants potatoes, which is about the worst of the other 3 things he could have. But, I got like a stack and a half, which is 96 divided by 6 needed to make a kid is 16, so plus the 2 we started with, we probably have enough to have 18 villagers at some point, if they don't forget they had bread, which they often do, so whatever. We also have, at least one of these guys is opened up, well, just one of these guys, I'm sure of that. Where is he? Here. So when we have iron to trade in, we can do that, get money, also experience to start mending stuff.
Yeah.
With money, we go back to this guy, buy bread, throw it in, it's just like that forever. So far as I'm concerned right now, unless I think of something better to do, everything but that one farmer is going to be a tool guy, ultimately opened up to 1 iron, and that'll just create massive iron-based commerce for emeralds and experience. It occurs to me, since this is also a non-spawning surface, I ought to grab... Is one of these empty at this point? Could be. Just dump whatever I don't have an immediate... I put my, I flew home to get something, I forget. Oh, some glass. It was taking too long to cook the stuff, so...
Oh,
Flew
God.
home, got some glass, but what?
I just realized that might still be cooking glass.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, but ultimately we're probably gotta go up. Yeah, I went and got whatever I could carry. Once I ditched a couple of things I didn't like, maps and a minecart I didn't really need on me right then. I'll get them back later. If I set this, like, here, that's probably pretty good. And now, I have no reason to have done that yet, except that eventually that'll be full of emeralds and whatever matters to us. They're going to bed, they'll probably wake up. You know, I just slept, so if you want to sleep real quick, or once you can,
Yeah,
I'll see how quickly they create at least 1 golem in here. I don't... It seems like probably they're close enough to be to down there that a golem could just spawn on the monument, but the path of least resistance is probably spawning here. So... Anyway, yeah, so you have, okay. Anything? No. So either it's spawned down there, or they still don't have enough villagers to just... Once we have a couple hundred villagers, they'll spawn like 6 the first thing in the morning. Just 1 tick after we come back from being asleep. And that produces a hell of a lot of iron. Retaining wall around this, which is glass, because that's what I used while I was plotting. Followed by cobblestone, because that'll be, you know, stuff like this at some, well, like that at some point, mostly more like that. And then glass on top, too, because we don't want spawning. And half of the workstations you can spawn on, or things can spawn on those, we don't want that. So, yeah, from the center point, calling that 0 plus 1 plus 8, and then here's 10. Bed is 2, walkway is 3, bed is 2, retaining wall is 1, so this is basically, this corner to that corner is, on the elevated plane is like 38 meters, 39 depending how you measure, plus 2, so it's basically that to way over there is 41 blocks. It's 40 meters, but that's assuming you're standing on 0 and start walking. So, oh hey, trader. Which I don't have any money, but you know we're almost there. Actually, I can get some. I have money in in these things, a little, not less than a stack, but we'll see what he even has if it matters. I'm not sure what he could have that would matter. I don't think at this point a trader is ever going to have anything like right now. Have anything I don't have, because all of the new stuff is probably going to be just like pale, whatever the hell wood, tree. Can I get down from here? I'm sure I can. I guess I can fall. That always works. What are you about? These I have, but they're neat. Pumpkins, you know what? Give me one. Oh, I don't have money. I do want that, though. Because I just thought of something. If I had... pumpkins, and the guy wants those, then I don't know how much he wants. Do not run. We come in peace. Stay.
He's afraid of
Sit.
commerce.
Give me that. Who isn't? Give me that. Okay. Seriously, people are so...
No, don't buy from me.
People are... What do I imagine I'm putting away right now? Oh, hey, there's my... Damn it. There's my conduit, which we never used. Beacon. No, beacon. Do I have a... There's my conduit. I did have that with me. I just never used it. Oh, I know what I'm putting away. The extra... That is what I'm putting away. So I got 29. I can get more. It's fine.
Beacon would be interesting in the area, but...
It could be, yeah. Well, put it away, so maybe
you would
later.
need all that stuff to put under it and power it and everything.
I can get it. It'll just be iron. Let me check if I have... I doubt I just have a stack and a half of dirt. Stacking 16, something like that. Might have some saved up. If not, it's Minecraft. It'll be around.
Yeah, all we have to do is hop over to one of the 1,000 mushroom islands surrounding us.
Oh yeah, those are dirt, technically. We have 19... We have 19. We need another stack. Plus one, maybe, if we want a tree. Okay. And yeah, this is glass being made from sand, so that... You know, I almost wonder at this point if I could mend this. This has been going... Unless you've been doing this.
I haven't been touching it because I don't understand it.
No, it's pretty simple.
I understand how it functions.
Yeah, that's the end of my hatchet. That's finished now.
Oh, fancy.
Probably that has a chance of... Where is this?
Okay.
It's down about 100. I don't know if there'll be enough. Not quite. But yeah, you can get experience enough from these to do things. My armor's a factor. Give me these while I'm thinking about this. I'm gonna...
You said like a stack and a half or something?
We need 65 dirts that I can think of.
Okay.
But it's not like you have to stop and see. I'm just gonna go get some. I don't even have to fly. I can take a boat for this. You can come with me if you want.
Oh, well, I'll figure out where you're
I can't imagine it hurts much.
Figure out where you're launching from and...
The northwest, or the northeast corner. So,
yeah.
You're half right. Actually, you're more than half right, because if we just go this way, there's going to be an island. Let me get there, hang on. You're simply flying, I guess.
Yeah, there was no hope of catching up with you in a boat, so...
Once I stop, there is. Well, let me know when you get there, and I'll catch up to you and see where you went. Oh, Sprite. Is that a fourth one? How could there be a fourth one? What do you... And he's got a wet sponge. What the entire hell? Did you go this way?
Yes, I am...
Okay, so apparently it's just raining allays at this point. What the... How does that make any sense at all, ever?
Your game is haunted.
Well, at this point, yeah, because that's what the creakies are about, isn't it? More or less.
And still, less scary than the giggling children.
Yeah, well, that's what the real haunting is. Anyway, I can't... I don't even have anything resembling an explanation. But Mo, you stay, whatever. I don't want my shovel for this. Just give me... Once I can see a stack, I'll know I'm done. If you want to get some, go ahead.
I got a mushroom.
Yeah, who doesn't? Just smack this stuff until we get some stuff. And, okay. It's 11, 12, 13...
Well, that was a mistake.
Maybe.
Apparently my shovel is still touch.
Yeah, that's what... No, actually, mine's fortune. I would just rip through this. I wouldn't get extra dirt.
I'm
Doesn't work that way, but...
really annoyed by this now. Because now I have to put the dirt back down and break it by
And then
hand.
break it by hand, yeah. So, well, I'm halfway there-ish.
We've got
Cows.
20 and 17.
That's actually enough, then. We
Okay.
just break up what you've got.
Alright, I'm digging my way back out.
We seriously need just one more than a stack, because I've got enough for... Wait. Yeah, whatever, we're done. It's fine.
I've got 45 right now.
Okay. Bring those home. You can... 42. Sprite. LA weird ghost thing that shouldn't... How many of these are we going to just spawn? We're going to end up with more sponges than we started with. We used to have 3 stacks, lost about a dozen, got half of the dozen back at this... Well... one was accounted for by my measurement, and I think we were down 13, but then the one sprite had one, and the rest I thought drowned. Instead, apparently, they're just off reproducing somewhere. I don't know how.
They've got a secret music box somewhere, and they're just dancing. Someone brought a bunch
But
of
in the
them.
absence of, like, the amethyst thing, I don't know. I don't really have an explanation, except
I don't know how these things party.
Minecraft is 15 years old now, and there have always been weird bugs, and just you catch them some with it. I can't think what it was, but they fixed one that's been on the list for 15 years. Like, before most people had even heard of the game, back in 2009. Maybe early 2010. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, so with this, let's figure this out for a sec. If, oh, give me your dirt, I suppose, so I can think a little more clearly.
Working on mycelium-ing,
Right.
on silk touching,
Yeah. Okay.
polyester touching.
Well, I know 4 of these could just go to, this would be temporary, so if I want a tree, let me have some torches. Oh, I got a mushroom, because who cares? I don't want that. If I find a place I like, this ought to be reasonably safe, and again, temporary, because we'll probably eventually, cut it all down, but there's, okay. Put torches every 5, as is my habit. And put dirt, lose this because I can see here and here and here and here, and throw this guy on there to start being a thing. We can put a... Let me think. Do we have any leftover planks?
Check the 2 boxes behind the lava replication.
Let's make a couple of boxes at nighttime. Okay.
Yep.
Make a couple of boxes real quick for this tree to be a thing about. And that goes there, and there's the tree, by the way. And then of course we've got golems just crawling all over this thing.
Alright, it looks like Christmas.
Yeah, on our end, that's in 5 days.
I know.
On release, this will be like January the 7th. We can still get this done by the end of the year, but in terms of people watching, gonna be a little late. Gimme a couple stacks of this until I can think. Okay. I'm gonna actually put this up on sea level, I think. Partly because that's kind of where the village is. Partly because that way I don't have to think about moving it later. So if I just get to where I can do this...
Should I work on the tree?
Yeah, go ahead. Just make sure you get at least a sapling back. Preferably more. 2 to 4 to 19.
Yeah.
I don't care
If
what.
not, I have to fly off and find more, huh?
Yeah, a little. They came from over there, by the way. I just happened to see them. No, that came from a trader. But I did see him when I went off to find the village I wanted. If we go not too far... Actually... Yeah. I'm going to put it in 5 meters, because I do want to replace all the sand with glass, but if I start from the top, it's going to be more awkward trying to replace it, I think. That's a point. So let's put this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, incidentally lose this before I put one down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this will put it close to the village, but not close enough anything could ever spawn on it. Oh, I could use something that exists that I don't have. I need, like, a slab. I mean, I can see them from here, but that doesn't help me much at the moment.
Alright.
Lose this, because I... Oh, wait, I need that for 1 sec.
I am bringing one up.
Yeah.
I got 12 saplings.
Oh, cool. That's a lot.
Yeah, so I held back 4, and I put the other 4 in the ground, and then I put whatever was left in the box.
Right. Okay. let me think for a sec. If I put down water, there's no there's no torches I'm really going to hit that matter, right?
Shouldn't. It looks like you would have to, the water would have to go up to get to the trees. So.
We have extra dirt, so I'm just going to use that for a sec. Put glass down there because that way it'll look good later. Lose that dirt, someone can pick it up someday if it matters.
Alright.
Slab. Let me have the... Oh, I need water. I can get that. Sorta. Water. And then put that away. Give me... we're done with the glass, actually. Give me the slab. And I'm just going to put this on the upper level. Probably should... I'll put a torch on it for now. At some point, I'll probably replace this with a sea lantern above it, or like a... something that's not easy enough to punch while I'm working and end up ruining it. Just need these now. If I just fill these in, apparently badly.
Raid.
I'll have fun. Oh, it's up here. That's weird.
They're like really curious about the beds for some reason.
Probably because they're drawn to them or something. So just get this done real quick. The water's in there, which means this is all theoretically hydrated. You got killed.
Ah, you killed me, but I'm right here.
Yeah. That's that. I have my hoe.
What did you give me?
I guess probably just go this direction. Give me the seeds that are going to be important. And do that over here, and then do it here, and this should give us 44. Well, it will never technically give us 44 pumpkins, because like this strip is going to be fought over by both sides, but it's still going to be a lot.
Why is this area so cursed?
It just happens to me whenever I'm doing a monument, like I do it often. The last one was a couple years ago. That's going to grow when it does. I don't know. I think it's just a big void with no real competing bipedal monsters. The only monsters are fish. I don't know. I don't really have an answer for that. It just happens.
This particular area, this particular...
I don't know why we want that tree, by the way. It just seemed like something to maybe have for reasons.
Oh.
Well, the aquarium, the monument I did a couple years ago, once I dug down the floor to a certain point, I just covered it in spruce trapdoors.
I think I remember that.
Oh yeah, it took forever. Not really planning for that here, because the long-term plan, besides leveling this whole thing, is going to be digging down more and more and more, because somewhere, I can probably look and make sure I'm not entirely wrong. I can't imagine I am. Directly beneath this, or at least similar to directly adjacent, is that. So technically it's over here a bit, is a trial chamber. If from right here I go straight up, I am still under this thing. So digging down through the monument and then through the ground, we're still pretty far from like that monument, which otherwise is a concern to me, but not a huge one.
Hey, Morty.
I'm going to go fall into the water so I don't die on impact. Anyway, yeah, so now we should have pumpkins growing, which means we have a fungible vegetable. And so pumpkins are well, actually, there's technically no such thing as a vegetable. Scientifically speaking, there's fruits and nuts and legumes and...
I think they're melons, or...
whatever they are.
They're
probably
family.
squash. They're not melons. They got to be related to squash. Which figures, I hate squash.
And, yeah, I guess there would be a
zucchini.
A really fundamental difference, because a melon has the
seeds in it.
Semi-solid stuff.
Oh no, pumpkins have seeds
suspended in it, and
yeah.
Pumpkins are like there's the outside.
Melons are okay in fruit salad.
And the seeds inside.
Yeah, melons are decent in fruit salad. That's just don't give me honeydew. And
okay, Bojack.
Yeah, and yeah, scientifically, vegetable's not a word. It's like how dinosaur isn't a word. I mean, people use it to indicate things, but dinosaurs, Richard Owen came up with this, misspelled it, by the way, in 1841. Should be DEI, like Deinonychus or Deinachirus or Deinodon or whatever. But it's really just depicting Saurischians and Ornithischians under the Diopsida. They used to be called Pachypoda before Owen misspelled something, and which meant thick foot, just because all we knew about them was footprints for 1,000 years.
There's a lot of shame in the history of fossils.
Yeah, oh, more than you can guess, but yeah. Honestly, I usually think of them as like a Nithidira is a pretty good term for them, but it's, you know, I'm saying that as a paleontologist, not as someone who wants to say dino or dino or whatever the hell they're saying. Dino, by the way, is Italian. It means little sword. Don't ask. So you get like Dino Martini until he changes his name to Dean Martin. And you get stuff like that. Or Ferrari Dino or whatever. I had a point. Oh, vegetables aren't really a thing.
So you don't have to eat them.
No, you don't.
Here's your lesson for
So
today,
if you really want to argue and say, well, technically a tomato is a fruit, well, technically it's got to be because it's certain, none of the thing's a vegetable. It's not a real word. It's not a thing.
What if tomatoes are actually berries?
You know, I probably could argue. Well, they grow above, yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
I'm having repaired my hatchet.
Do they have to grow on a bush? Because I don't think tomato plants
It's not
are particularly
really,
bush-like.
yeah, no, I wouldn't say so. This is going to be
know.
12 seeds, which means I can get this. You know, actually, I can get this done, and I'll just wait. Basically, with 11, with 10 more pumpkins, including the ones I just got, I can get this whole thing filled in.
So am I cutting down the tree a lot or not?
If you want. I mean, it's something to do.
Yes, it is.
7, so let's do this. Leaving me 3 again, so I need 9. I need 27 more, and I've got 3, so I need 24 more. Divided by 4 is 6 more pumpkins, and that's pretty easy.
Apparently I'm cutting down
We
the
are
tree.
crawling with golems at this point.
Apparently I'm cutting down the tree using a fish because I'm very smart.
Right. Well, I'm gonna... Oh, I'll let these grow until I have what I want. Hang on. Okay, these... I filled this in with glass a bit. These 4 are what I'm gonna get for a minute, because the rest are still growing to catch up to this, so... That'll give me, what, 7, 19? Here's 9. Giving me 10. So here's 9. Leaving me 1, which means I need 2 pumpkins from somewhere. And then we can start turning them in for money. But how's our village actually looking? We're almost out of time, by the way. Should, I'm gonna go do it, actually. At least rip the lid off of this thing. Because there ought to be fish spawning in the water in where what they're crawling on that they can't get to it because they're like a hole. A single hole.
Oh boy, what I've been waiting to do.
What do you want? Oh yeah, I'm just getting started on. Not tragically concerned. Can you get in here? Can't imagine.
I think that
can.
was too small for him.
No, the ceiling.
Oh.
It's fine. If I take all this out, I'll probably start getting new, but like microwave. But it should, if they want to go in and fight fish, they can do that. And I don't really care about that. We're going to get so much prismarine, and then at the end, likely, if we have an aquarium element, I can get out of here now. Through this, we're going to have shards and crystals to make the lights. Are there no fish in here right now? That's almost disappointing. Well, whatever. How's our... I see a couple pumpkins. That's all I need. I can get over there. Alright, so these 2 are going to finish my little collection of seeds to throw into the one strip here. Which, again, is fighting for growth space with everything else. Now, these are pure profit. So, you know, we skip the question mark stage, I guess. Speaking of South Park. Were we? Seems like it.
At some point during the day, I'm sure we were.
It
But
does happen.
there's really no telling if it was during the recording or not.
That's 13, which I'm pretty sure is not a number they want, but... I'm trying to think, do they want 6 of these? Oh, let's go find out. 15, which is a hell of a start. And I get to the farmer guy with this, and see what I'm about to get paid with, really. Farmer guy? Once this means... Here's my... Let me focus my hatchet to repair it real quick. 6, so I've got enough for 2 emeralds. While I'm here, give me bread. because that's kind of why I want the money. Long term, we can make a fortune, but whatever. There's 12, which is basically 2 more kids, if they distribute it nicely. And then they ought
They
to...
won't.
No, probably not.
They'll throw it all at one of the kids.
Yeah, that's the first thing they do is if they have a kid, they give it all of their damn food, and we have to wait 20 minutes for the kid to grow up. Oh, there's a kid now, too, actually. So we got a few of these going on. And then, of course, the golems they're making, which will eventually be iron that we can give to the... One guy I've opened up, and the rest that we will open up. You just give 10 emeralds to... Well, we had coal, but... There is coal down there, it's just not really enough to talk about that. Plus, I've got Silk Touch right now, so I'd have to get out a fortune pickaxe to really profit off that. But, yeah, they all want... Okay, so basically get 10 hatchets, opens this guy up to look like him, and then he's got the iron. Or he wants the iron, and we have that because golems happen to us. By the way, we should have a whole bunch of pumpkins now if we want to go do the... Do you still want 6, or do I get a deal? Okay, maybe later. Let me get some pumpkins, hang on. These are pretty much just happening a lot now, so I'll probably get a whole stack, but divided by 6 doesn't mean a lot, because it would be 10 R4, which means I'd want a stack and 2, and then it's probably not going to want that many at once. I'd have to let them walk in and be interested in doing that. And then we get to the, yeah, real fungibility of... Yeah, it's funny, is vegetable isn't a thing, but vegetation is, so... Fungible vegetables are just fungitation. That's what we're talking about. Let's go with this. Out of time, by the way.
Okay.
And, yeah, we've got a bunch of golems. I guess we could stand back and shoot them. Be a waste of arrows, because I've got mending instead of infinity.
Yeah, well...
But it could be done.
It'd be all on you.
Hi. You know, flip this, and let's also feed that a little bit. Give me money. Give me bread. Have bread. That back where I want it to be. Yeah, so now I just need my hoe to get repaired, which is a lot. It's down over 1,000, like 1,200. I'll come down to you, and we'll get out of here for the day, and that can develop as it does, and then we'll have 100 golems down here at some point, probably getting in the way of leveling this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's... I guess next time we can start really taking that thing apart. We will want the sponges for a lot of it, but I think there are probably sponges in there, of course. Statistically, I mean, the first one of these I did on this map, I got 4 sponge rooms. It was insane. I've never seen that. That means this could have 0, but probably it has 2 or 3. I don't know why I'm setting up to go to sleep. That's not the plan. Anyway, that is where we are now. We have a tree. We have pumpkins to fungitate. We have we have sand cooking to glass. We have sponges in the box down there. Almost 3 stacks. We have... What happened to that 4th allay?
Is he still in your boat?
Probably. I'll get him out and leash him up with the rest and see if we get a 5th. I don't know what to tell you about that. It's so weird.
You may want to stop going through that one spot in the ocean.
Maybe.
If it is the same spot.
Mm-mm. No, this one was north. The last one was west. I don't know what to tell you. It's just weird. Anyway. Yeah. We'll go. You can like and subscribe and fungitate and the stupid bell for notifications. And we'll see you next time. Bye.